Greetings, Keishlings. Keishram here with my live reaction of UnOrdinary, chapter or episode 216. Last chapter we had. There we go. I had to adjust the zoom. We met Scotty, as I call him, the mysterious ally of Layla, as she was, fighting off with her diminished power against the members of Spectre. Scotty ports in. She tells him, get these two out of here, so he grabs Arlo and Sarah and teleports away, but it seems to have completely drained him, and they're in some unknown warehouse, presumably a little distance away. So, and also, Serafina mentions that, I remember when I used to be able to move like that, because she was zipping through them baddies real quick. So let's see here. We've got some feet. They're cornered. Or you're cornered, Layla. But is this on purpose? There's nowhere to hide. You can't run from our boss. Who's your boss? I want to know. She's like, fine, I'll talk to him. And the dude who had his face busted and is like, here, you can use my phone. Also, I read this word reach as peach there for a second. Oh, font. But anyway, okay, handing the phone over. Even though, wouldn't she have her own phone? But whatever. Sir, you wanted a word. Okay, didn't even dial it as far as I can tell, so it's like strange. Layla, you're a difficult one to reach. I've been busy with my assignments. Is there something I can do for you? Who is this? Is that blonde or light brown hair? I swear to God if they're related to Arlo. Like, how many people are related to Arlo that are evil? Get a little water. Are you making unauthorized moves behind Spectre's back again? I'm not sure what you're referring to. I was granted permission to speak with Target 93, and I found it was necessary, especially after what she's been through. And they're all just watching her. She's casually having this conversation. What about you, sir? Is there a reason why your people just pulsed an entire cafe during peak hours? Were you that eager to disable another high tier? Or were you threatened by my meeting? He's like, Very dark room you're in. It could just be for aesthetic purposes, so we don't know who this person is. So, which is fine. I do like the phone illuminating the slightest bit of their face. You have a smart mouth. Smart mouth, Layla. But you aren't in the position to question what I do. I'm just watching out for you. If word of this incident spreads, it could jeopardize our entire operation, and you'd be the one responsible. Target 93 has already been moved to an undisclosed location. Okay. Do you even know the location of the warehouse? I assume so. So you can either continue to interfere with my task, or have your men cover up the mess they've just made. Okay. And that's... Now we're back at the warehouse. Arlo and Sarah are just kind of looking at Scotty there. I call him Scotty if you don't know, because of the teleporting, the whole beam me up Scotty. Plus we don't know his name. So, he's still zonked out. Where do you suppose he took us? Based off his current condition, somewhere far away. But, we should be safe for now. Okay, I think, yep, she plopped down too. Oh, that was that meeting was a disaster. Ellipsers. Hey, instead of sitting around, how about we figure out where we are and get out of here? I mean, that's not a bad idea. Also, turn off your phone so that they don't try to somehow use your GPS to locate you. uh, yeah. Go without me. I've decided I want to hear what else Layla has to say. Oh, you must be joking. We were just ambushed. I have no idea what you two talked about, but don't trust her so easily. I know, but she gave me an out. He's like, huh? My ability. She said she'd be able to get it back. Or help me get it back. And you know I can't pass that up. I mean, he would do the same if it was his aunt offering him the same deal. What did she ask for in return, then? Yeah, here comes the tricky part. He's not gonna like this. Ellipses. And there's a syringe of the blue fluid to work for an organization who developed an ability disabler. Does she want you to work for her? Oh, he guessed right. Damn. Of course. Someone as powerful as you, who wouldn't want you on their side? I mean, it's an obvious thing, but that's only if they can actually get the power back. If it doesn't work, then what benefit do they gain from having her? But anyway, let's see. You think about this carefully, Serafina. Think about what you're getting yourself into. I already have. Interesting. And the fact is, I need my ability back. I gotta take down John. So much of this world revolves around power. It's too hard to ignore. The hierarchy. Ability modifiers, dampeners, disablers, amplifiers. Wouldn't the modifiers be the amplifiers? So he's These all exist because only the strongest people get to dictate what happens. Back when I stood at the top, I missed my chance and neglected to do anything. But now there's a long list of changes I want to make. What does that list include? John? Ellipses. Well, probably. Now she's remembering back in the safe house, right before all this went down. Well, not right before, but it was earlier that day, regardless. Now she's thinking of her confrontation with him, and oh, I forget the kid's name. Alden, I believe. When he got smacked in the face with that foot. It's not really a smack to the face when it's a kick, but you know what I mean. Yeah, it does. He's like, But what I hope to accomplish goes beyond John and beyond Wellston. And now we got Blake in the infirmary. Where's the damn line? Does being the strongest really give a free pass for everything? And yeah. Unfortunately, yes. This is a huge flaw in our system, which undoubtedly needs to be corrected. To correct the system as a whole, in order for that to happen, I'll need all the power I can get. Is she planning on amping herself at some point? If she does, good lord, that's a dark road. But actually, makes you kind of wonder, if you amp someone who has no ability but had an ability, but it was taken away, could you, at least for a time, if not permanently, reawaken that ability? It like a jump start. You know, like when you try to jump off a car, that's, not gone anywhere and the battery's dead, Let's see here. Ugh. Oh, Scotty's waking up. He's awake. Oh, wow. You two actually stayed. Makes my job easier. Don't have to go looking for you. The deal's not finished. I haven't gotten any information yet. Oh, but you're interested? Huh? Did you expect me to walk away? You took my ability, and this is my only way to get it back. Hey, let's get it straight. Oh, he's gonna say he didn't. I'm not the one who did this to you, so don't group me in with those guys, okay? From what I've been told, you're all part of the same organization. I mean, yes, but they seem to have different factions within the organization that, follow certain, what's the word? Ethics of the boss. So, he's like, ellipses. Who are you? Why are you running from your own allies? We're gonna actually get his name. Oh, it even says, alright, I'll introduce myself. Caden? You can call me Caden. I work for Layla. And, the reason we're being cautious is because of a slight conflict of interest within our organization. Aha. Seems a bit more than slight. Layla walked into the cafe. Seemed like she was in a rush. Did those people try to ambush us because they didn't want us to meet up? I'm not sure what I can or can't say. Okay, so without Layla there, he's kind of like, hey, I'm kind of a locked box. If you can peep into the box, by prying it open, that's your own deal. I don't know why I'm using this analogy. It makes no fucking sense. I'm stupid sometimes. Anyway, it's just kind of like a glass box. Like, you get some of the information by, like, moving it around and seeing certain things. But, like, until you can open it up, you can't see everything. So, and I can't speak for your sister. But you should be aware, Seraphina, that there are a lot of people after you right now. And why is that? Well, you're high tier, you have the genetics of basically a god. So, yeah, I'm actually wondering if they can extract your genetic material, inject it into someone else, and then, like, if they didn't have an ability, can you give them that ability? Or does it fuse with their genetic structure and awaken a new ability? There's a lot of potential there. You're the most powerful person they've ever encountered. What? And you're certainly in an extremely valuable state, or in an extremely vulnerable state. Not valuable state? What the hell does that mean? Because I've been disabled? Yeah. The moment Layla heard about what happened to you, she went to negotiate with her superiors so that she could get in contact with you. Okay, and we're seeing that. He was waiting outside the office as she was walking down the hall. How could you do this to her? You gave me your word. Oh, so they're in... I guess this is just Layla's office then. I thought it was a hallway. And she's on the phone, presumably with the boss. So, having you work under her is the quickest way to get the others off your tail. Oh. I guess if you're working with them, they wouldn't go after you, but then the logic of what they want with you once they have you is still kind of like, Like, are they wanting you to, like I mentioned a couple chapters ago, like, using her time powers once they've, reignited them to, like, accelerate the process of, like, the dampener tech, the disabler drugs, all that kind of stuff? Or maybe as an enforcer as well, now that we know that she's the most powerful they've ever seen. I mean, time powers are very versatile, but also very dangerous, so that might also be another thing. They want to keep you under their thumb the best they can, Anyway, you keep talking about the others. Explain how they're different from, or how you're different from them. Sorry if you can hear the clock in the background. So, yeah. Well, for one thing, we're not trying to disable every high tier we see. Oh, but are you trying to take some of us down? Kind of. So you're not allowed to talk about it. Then can you answer this? They, the other part of your organization, do they have any association with Ember? Oh, he asking them big questions. What makes you ask that? Because you and Ember share too many similarities. Both targeting high tiers, and both specializing in ability manipulating substances. You sure know a lot. Oh, he's kind of smirking there. I don't like that. They don't even broadcast that stuff on the news. But to answer your question, no. Organization has nothing to do with Ember. Oh, so it is a government thing, isn't it? Though it'd be nice to have the same kind of backing they did. Oh, then that does mean they are linked with the government. Can you imagine what it'd be able to accomplish with the authorities funding us? And that has Arlo spooked. He's like, huh? Excuse me? What do the authorities have to do with any of this? Oh, I thought you knew. Not such a wise guy after all. Ember is a special task force. I was right! Happy. I'm a little tired, so I'm not as super energetic as I hopefully normally am. But anyway, let's see. Special task force. So, yep. Created and backed by the authorities, and now he's like, shit, Auntie's an evil bitch. What? And that is the end of the chapter. Okay. We now know about Ember and its connections to the government. Lovely. Lovely bubbly. And also, still not much closer to what they want Serafina for, other than to just have, like, another powerful person in their organization. But, okay. Also, we now know Scotty's real name. It's Caden. Okay. And, yeah, he definitely seems to be, like, the right-hand guy of Layla, as it seems to be in the flashback, where he was kind of there as she was having the call after, all the stuff with Serafina. So, still want to know what they want her for. Like, is it just to have high tiers under, or in their organization as just a power play so that you don't have powerful enemies? It's always better to have more powerful allies. Or is it using them for, tech and drug production maybe because of her time manipulation powers? Some kind of an enforcer maybe to, like, fight against Ember and other authorities, now that we know that they are aligned with the government, so those are one and the same now. I don't know. But, interesting. I feel like there's something I'm forgetting, but overall, Arlo, I think, is starting to change his tune about what he thinks about his aunt. He hasn't outright said it, but I imagine in the coming chapters, he's going to either call her to, like, start questioning, see if he can, pump her of any information to, like, if she's connected to Ember or anything. Because, yeah, I mean, she's part of the authorities, as we know, but what does she know about, their special task force now? So he'll be probably kind of subtle about it, but he'll probably slip up at some point, and then she'll be like, wait, what do you know? Where did you learn that kind of stuff? And then that's when he'll hang up or whatever, and then she'll be like, my own nephew against me, I see. And then he might be targeted. Not directly by her, but by members of Ember. Or something. Or if he brings up the corporation, I forget what it's called that Layla works for. Like, they'll, be like, oh, they're trying to co-opt my nephew into their organization, are they? I better work quick so that we don't lose him. He's a very valuable piece in all of this kind of deal. I could see that happening. But yeah, I think that covers about everything. Not a bad chapter. Got some answers. So, theory confirmed and all that stuff. I'm probably not the only one that thought that. But the whole, I've been talking to Richard about this for months at this point, about how, Ember was probably an arm of the government. And then, it's kind of like a weird centrifuge kind of deal where they do it themselves. They weaken people to, they'll send out the drugs and stuff to amp up people to cause conflict, so then they can snuff it out and then create more, and it makes them look good, and when you don't know that this organization is actually affiliated with the government, you think it's just a terrorist organization. And what government doesn't like to be able to, go up against a terrorist organization and seemingly win? Am I right? Because it's always a good show of force. But yeah, and just other little organizations, because of the people that have been amped up, and then they, take over towns and stuff. That's terroristic activities. So yeah, so that's all good information this chapter. So moving forward, we still have a few things left to, obviously be answered, but we are getting closer, I think, so, to finally answering everything we really want to know. But as always, let me know your own thoughts and opinions on this. Anything I misunderstood, please let me know down below. Check out my other content, see what you like, suggest things for the future. We're getting close to 400 subs, so if you can help, please do. Links down below for all my social media so you can keep up with my content and have ways to contact me. I stream on Twitch where I do gaming. I'll tweet out when I go live. Part of the One Punch Man podcast on Grim Reaper's channel, so go check that out. And as always, thank you for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, and until next time, Quiche-lings. Ember is an arm of the government. That's dangerous.